Yes, well, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Sky Blue Fans TV. Yes, we're live as usual. And, was that a massive 3 points for the Sky Blues on Monday night against Middlesbrough? Done the double over them, and what a great game that was. Was that the best performance of the season so far? I think it might just well be up there. I think the way they played, the way they battled, everything just about the team, every single player gave it their all. And they've set the bar now for the next 14 games. What they did on Monday, they've got to put into every single game now, going forwards, no matter what. That is it. That is the performance you need, week in, week out. No excuses. No excuses about tiredness or anything like that. You can forget it. Okay, that's it now. They've got to go at it all the way through to the end of the season, because that was one hell of a performance. Is Frank the Tank Onyeka? Is he the difference that has made that performance on Monday night as well? Is he like the gem that we've found, like we did with Grimes last January? Came in, shored everything up, and we went on that wonderful run. Is Frank the Tank the man that's going to do that for us this season as well? Have we done it again, where we've found someone that can make that difference going into these next 14 games? Because for me, he was just superb. Drawing fouls, everything. He was just brilliant at it. And that is just what we need, especially if we go 1-0 up away from home. If he can get hold of the ball, draw a foul, slows the game down, keeps us on the ball, happy days. And Sakamoto, wow, oh wow, what a first half, and even second half, to be fair, until he went off. Obviously, he had to go off. He was absolutely shattered. What a great game he had. Is that his best game? And also, we look forward to West Bromwich Albion this weekend. They're not in the best of form, and we haven't won there in the league since 2007 when we won 4-2. Is this the year we finally put it to bed and hopefully get a result at the Hawthorns? But that's enough from me. Let's get the team in tonight. If I'm a bit croaky or a bit bunged up, I've got a bit of a cold, I've got a lemsip next to me, all ready to go to hope keep me going. And we're going to get the team in, and hopefully they can rescue me as well. So let's bring in Vicky. Good evening, Vicky.
Good evening.
Good evening, me lovely. Good evening, Claudio.
Good evening. I'm just fiddling with my apparatus.
I thought you just put your finger in a plug socket because your hair looks like you've been electrocuted. You look like Doc from Back to the Future.
Hey, we went back to the future-ish the other night, didn't we? We went back to October. That's what we did.
Let's bring it. Well, I'm going to see if Ken can speak now, because we couldn't hear him a minute ago. Good evening, Ken.
No,
can't hear him. No, bye. Right, let's bring in Jack. Good evening, Jack.
Evening, mate. Evening. Can I ask you a quick question, Miles?
No, 2 secs. Hold on. My stool keeps going down. Hold on a sec. Yeah, go on then, Jack. Go on. What?
Is Lemsip a Jamaican rum? Is it? Is that why you're drinking it?
No. It's a real Lemsip. Honest, it's in here. Lemsip. It's in here. Oh. So So that's what I've got tonight. It's no good. Ken, you're gonna have to log out, mate. Log back in. Seriously. Right, before we get started, big congratulations to 3 players tonight. They have signed new contracts. Yes, De Silva, Kitchen, and Milan. Probably De Silva's signed a new contract, so we get some money for him when we go up to the Premier League, because I can't see him playing for us in the Premier League. But anyway, that's you never know. Kitchen, new contract, and Milan as well, which is great news. And also, who can't be doing with this? Who's going to go to Swansea? 21st of March, 5:15 kickoff. It might be a bit warmer, but oh my days, seriously.
Depends what's happening in the table.
Yeah, we might need to win that one to go up. Yeah, you never know. Right then, let's get on with the show then. I don't know where Ken's gone. He's vanished. He's gone somewhere. But let's crack on then. So we look back at Monday's game. Vicky, I'm going to come to you first, my lovely. First of all, I was DJing and I got the team news and I looked at it and I thought, oh, that's a bit tasty. I quite like that. And the impressive thing for me, Vic, is that Frank stuck with Lampard. It was well deserved, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think so. I've been about it before on the show, haven't we? Every time he's been called upon this season, he's stepped up. And so I think he just deserved his spot. And I thought he played well again on Monday night. And so someone needs to fight that spot off him now. Rightfully claimed it, hasn't he? Really. I did like the bit at the beginning of the game when Conway tried to run and he just basically gave him a little bit of body check. That was good.
that was like welcome to the game.
Yeah, well, that's what you have to do, don't you? Just like that was how we started the game. Like, we're here to make this difficult for you. Like, you thought you were coming here in good form, and you think we were bad form, but actually we're up for the fight. And that just was from the first second. That's what we showed, didn't we? So it was great.
It was great. And I mean, did you expect those changes? Do you think, to the team? Did you expect those going into that game?
I think the lineup, like the sort of structure of the team, was pretty much how we thought it probably would. We just had spoken, hadn't we, about like who would he pick as centre backs, who would he pick up front. But I think the sort of way it lined up was pretty much how we thought when we spoke about it on the Sunday night. So not so much a shock about the general structure, more just about would it be Sims or Wright, would it be Kitchen or Lampard? What would happen? And so I wasn't massively shocked. And I said in the chat, didn't I? White needs to repay the faith that Frank's shown in him, and he did, didn't he? He actually he stepped up and repaid that faith in buckets. So that was great to see as well.
Yeah, I mean, Vicky's just touched on it there, Claudio. You know, Hadji had to turn up and repay Frank, but I think what helped Hadji, I think, is the way that the whole team performed. And that then it reflected on Hadji, and Hadji performed.
How do you start a football match? Exactly how we started it, in a game where we had to get something from. We couldn't afford to lose on Monday night, because that 5-point gap would just seem enormous with them having 2 home games and us having 2 away games. The start of the match was perfect. Vicky pointed out the incident right at the start. I mean, Bobby Thomas grabbed hold of Conway first, span him round, and Latty did the old body check, stuck him on the floor, and looked like a little child, didn't it? It was fantastic. That pattern happened throughout the first 20 minutes, all over the pitch. So aggressive, and it only works if your front line are aggressive. And I thought, had you right, Sakamoto, he'd been injected with some sort of special serum, because I've never seen a performance like that from the off. It didn't even warm up into it. Bang! It was straight on it, wasn't he? And EMC as well, really solid. And our fear, for me, was Jay De Silva with Whittaker. We all thought, how's he going to cope? Surely he can't play SA in front of him because there's no defending whatsoever. And in the end, Whittaker got bored and ended up playing down the middle of the pitch because he was getting no joy out of him. So that first 20 minutes, I thought, was just excellent. And it set the tempo with the 3 lads up front. Got to do it every game. It's not... You know, what does Roy Keane say? You know, you get paid. At least the very least you can do is work hard. And that's all it was, really. You know, we put them under pressure and an excellent game plan. We can't get away from that, because I don't think Middlesbrough were prepared for us to set up like that, which is really weird. I think they were not prepared for that one bit. And we just made it uncomfortable. I just think, why can't we do that every home? Well, in fairness, most home games we have done that, haven't we, to teams? You know, but to do it against a side like Middlesbrough, who were impressive, 6 games on the spin. I mean, somebody said here, Millwall had 5 on a spin and we beat them. So it's not like we can't do it. We just now have got to, like you're saying, 14 games. Come on, every time.
Jack, I mean, you know, like Claudio said, that we started off, all guns blazing, and Sakamoto's cross in the first minute and a half, 90 seconds. Hadji could have had his first, couldn't he?
Yeah, that's exactly how you want to start a game of football. I know it didn't come off with the post, but I think from how Vicky said, we started with Bobby and Latty in the first 5 seconds to hitting the post after 90. You could just tell everything was on it that night. I said on Monday night on air, when I was on my own, thanks guys, I said that the way that JD announced the team before kickoff was a little bit different. We had obviously the fireworks, the flares, and all that. But before the players came out the tunnel, JD did the players' announcements, and every time he named someone in our starting 11, the flare went off, the fires went off, and that got us going. And then obviously the players come out and we lift. Then we sing "We'll Live and Die." So it's like it's the give and take. Frank mentioned it a couple of weeks ago in a press conference. He said, we have to give the fans something to cheer about, and then they spur us on. Well, JD started that on Monday night with how the team was announced. We then lift the team with "We'll Live and Die," which was the loudest in ages, by the way. I am so happy that our fan base got behind the team rather than the negativity that was been on social media for the last sort of 2 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever you want to say. And then with them hitting the post after 90 seconds, I think we all just knew as a fan base, all 28,000 of us in that ground plus knew that it was going to be our day at that moment. And obviously from what happened after that, it absolutely was.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Ken, can we hear you now? Are you there or are you still miming?
Hello, good evening.
Oh, flipping heck. Gosh.
What's Doc Brown
loud
doing?
now, that is too loud.
Is that too loud?
No, it's all right, it's fine.
Very calmly.
So, I mean, that as Claudio and Jack and Vicky have said, that first 20 minutes, really put the stamp on the game. The high press from the kickoff was absolutely spot on, wasn't it?
Yeah, you could tell, couldn't you? You sit in your seats and you look for the first 5 minutes of a game, and you can tell straight away the team are up for it, straight away. And I thought, yeah, they're up for it tonight. And I was pretty confident before the match that we'd get a result. I thought we had to come back to play the way we used to play eventually, because they're not bad players overnight. And that was the way we were playing, say, back in October, wasn't it? As Claudia said, that's the performance levels we've got to stick to now, and hopefully we can. And at the end of the day, the players should know now we're back top of the league again. Middlesbrough are back where they belong, in second place, and it's up to them to catch us now. So we've got to just do what we've got to do and concentrate on ourselves and go to West Brom, get 3 points. Simple as that.
And there was a chance for EMC in that first half. The ball come over the top. He's virtually hit it on the volley, which the keeper made a save. If he had caught it a little bit sweeter, I think it could have gone top corner, really, couldn't it?
Yeah, it could have been. We've had a couple of chances like that, didn't we? It was just one of them games where I thought, I mean, I know we won 3-1. We could easily have got a couple more goals, but it was always going to be there's always going to be goals in that game. I thought it was never going to be a 0-0, even though the teams are very tight. It's just the way that both teams play. They're both attacking teams, aren't they? So I thought there was always going to be goals, and it was just what Coventry City team would turn up, and thankfully we had the right team turn up, and I think Frank got the tactics spot on, and the team selection proved to be spot on, didn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And Vicky, we come to the Sakamoto's little turn, little thread ball through to Radoni. Radoni squares it across the box, and Hadji's got the right side of the defender. Nutmegged the keeper. I mean, it was a great move, wasn't it?
Yeah, great goal all around, isn't it? Everyone that played a part in the build up to that as well. Just like the layoff to Sakamoto's little drink. Radoni, I thought Radoni had a good game as well. Another player that looked sort of nearer to their best. That was great to see, and played across and right. Yeah, right was in the right place, and bang, and then it just because I think we obviously started well, and so there's lots of positivity, but you want a goal, don't you, to sort of really just cement that, so you don't start to get nervous that you're wasting chances. So that just really helped to then cement the atmosphere, I think. Like everyone's like, yeah, we're really on this tonight. White's on it, he's got his goal, and we can take something. So yeah, it was great all around.
Was. And Claudia, I was quite impressed with some of the play Boro played, though. Even though we were putting the high press on, sometimes it didn't come off, and Middlesbrough were very good at playing the little triangle balls to each other to try and get out and up the pitch, weren't they?
He's changed my name to Doc Brown.
I just noticed that.
Well, they're good, aren't they? They were top. You don't win a lot of football matches in the Championship without playing decent football, one way or another. And there's different ways of doing it. Leeds and Burnley proved two ways of winning games last season, and Boro are very good on the ball. And that's why we had to press them. Can you imagine if we hadn't pressed them, how much they could have knocked that ball around? It'd been like it'd have made it so much more difficult for us. So we had to get at them. They did play around us at times. Hayden Hackney is obviously a very good player. Is it McGree? Is it? And Morris? They're three decent midfielders. They can play the ball about. Conway, I don't know where the form's come from. I know he didn't seem great on Monday night, but he's had a decent run since Christmas. So they're kind of clicking, aren't they? And there's nothing to say they won't win another 10 games in a row either, you see. So, but yeah, they were good. And that's why it was a great result. I mean, you shouldn't play it down whatsoever Monday night. A really, really good result. In a high pressure match. That's the difference. It's not like it was a dead rubber at the end of the season where we might both be promoted. The stakes were high on Monday night. And I think Frank gambled. It was I wouldn't say it was an intelligent gamble. You know what I mean? He wasn't risking things, but he knew what we're capable of. And I've got to say, Jack Rodoni, I thought had a great game, actually.
Yeah.
But it helps when you're going to talk about him. You've got that man mountain in midfield now. Who's one of the, he's like, if anybody's seen the Huckabee interview with me and Jim, we spoke about George Boateng. To me, that's what he reminds us of. He can tackle and he can play football. And we were saying one player can lift a whole team. It's as simple as that. You're not telling me if we didn't sign Messi, we'd be a totally different team to watch. Everybody will want to play football again, won't they? And I think this guy's going to drive us on, Miles, definitely.
Yeah, I think the attitude for everybody, as you just pointed out, Rodoni, his attitude, it was like someone's had a word of him. I was talking to Neil Thomas next to me. I reckon his dad's had a go at him, and his mum's turned around to his dad and says, "Stop having a go at my little boy." But it seems like his dad's giving him a kick up the bum, saying, "What you doing, Jack?" or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like it seemed like that to me, that someone's just suddenly put a spark into him. Is it that Frank the Tank's come in and he has put the spark into everyone, or is it that it was the occasion? It was like, okay, we've been knocked off the top of the table. What are we doing, lads? We've got to raise our game again. And that's how it looked in that first half anyway, definitely for me. We'll come on to a little bit more about the game shortly. Let's get some comments in, because I think we've got about 300 already.
Yeah, we have, actually. Paul Stratton, wow. That's us. What a game plan. What a performance. Powerful, aggressive. Nice to see CBS rocking again. Bring on the Albion. Gus Legrand, see, we can play football when we want to. PUSB. Paul Hughes. Even all, what a difference Frank the Tank made on Monday. Reminded me of George Boateng's debut. There you go, see. For those old enough. Assassins Unite. For the first time, Frank has options from the bench. It's undoubtedly made a massive difference. Frank the Tank was superb. Asante back now. Oh, and Haji flipping right did okay. Uncle Jonga. That's the team and the standard of commitment required for every remaining game. No more excuses. Every player to a man was in tandem with the rest of the team. Good to see. No kamikaze defending. I love a long ball. Rich T. Yep, I think Frank the Tank could be the difference to get us the promotion. Dark Fart says, good evening. Haji won't score again now for the rest of the season. Great. I don't care as long as we go up.
That's all right. We've got Thomas Asante coming back.
Yeah. Paul Cuttyford. Have we finally woken from our winter hibernation? We must now power through the rest of the season and match Boro point for point, and must win Saturday because of Boro having a weak fixture against Oxford. Or is it weak? These are teams who want to stay in the division. Trevor Merriman. Brilliant new contract news. Running Ground says Lampard's tactics were spot on. No more tippy-tappy passing around the back, just long balls up top. Assassins Unite, looking forward to seeing Miles sing Super Frank. Humble pie for many after his tactics and certain centre forward playing like Drogba.
Not
He
yet.
ain't gonna sing it. He's not going to sing it yet. Even all from match plot. Great feeling moving into the final 14. Different type of challenge with WB. Expecting them to sit tight and defend and be compact. Mark Patman says, evening guys, really looking forward to Saturday. We just need to play with the same intensity as Boro. It'll be happy days. Rich Hannah said, why is it always Ken
What?
with your equipment?
It's not always me. Sometimes it's you, Claudia.
No, it's more you. You've got dodgy equipment.
I haven't had a problem for ages.
Yeah, that's well, you say that. Said it for months, says Food Tech Original. To you lot, need an aggressive ball in the middle of the park. Welcome the tank. Great team performance. Saka was man of the match by a country mile. Let's go and win that PUSB. Hi all, says Ian Small. Tank is just what we need. And Food Tech Original says, has Claudia just had a bit of how's your father with the missus before coming on air? Static.
How's your father? Wow.
How's your father?
How's your father?
She's got
Oh, hey up, my mum's here. My mum's here. Hello, mum.
Great chat. The fans will love it. Keep the show going. It keeps him out of trouble, Mrs. C. Anthony Pettifer says, good to see the three of you on TV at the last game, followed by, and Claudio didn't get a word in.
He was late to join us. ITV came round very, very quick, and it was like I was waiting for him to turn up, but by the time he got to us, it was too late to bring him in.
Yeah. Cam Barath, Frank the Tank injected what we've been missing, steel and guile, as the Aussies would say. This one's got a bit of a mongrel in him. Ooh, interesting. This is from Rich. He says, great to see Vicky taking her scouting duties seriously at the Etihad last Saturday. Even better to exchange notes. Thanks for the shout out last Sunday as promised.
Brilliant.
Assassin's United.
What were you doing at the Etihad?
Scouting.
What are you doing at the Etihad?
And bumping into lots of... There was loads of us up there, apparently. I've seen on social media. Me and Rich weren't the only ones up there. Lots of us took the opportunity to take in another match because Coventry weren't playing until the Monday. So I think, it was nice to bump into Rich and say hi. So, yeah.
So the best team in the country, and you can just get a ticket for them. It's a bit sad, really, isn't it?
Yeah, to be fair, my friend's a season ticket holder, so it was a season ticket seat, but I don't know about other people. But yeah.
Oh.
The injury, suspension, the illness have cleared up now. We've added to the squad. Are back 14 cup finals to go, 7 wins, a couple of draws. We'll do it. Super Frank. Greetings from Canada. That's from Mr. King. He says, those 9 days off in training really paid off Monday night. They didn't faff around. Haji pestered their defenders by letting them know he was there, says Anthony Pettifer, without fouling them. Great play. Salop CCFC says, Sky Blue Fans TV keeps broadcasting when the curling's on.
I know, I love the curling as well. I'm gutted.
It's just sweeping. They're bringing in ironing soon, won't they, as an Olympic sport? It's
yeah, I mean, fancy sweeping ice. What's the idea of that? Ain't got dust on it, has it? Ain't got dust on it.
It's the only time people watch it. Andy Smith said the crowd were electric Monday evening. I've never seen or heard the fans that loud. The team were feeding from it massively, which equaled the performance of the season. Bobby Thomas says Saturday night looked back to his best also, but what about Sakamoto? Unplayable at times. You must have been absolutely drooling, Miles. M. King,
just, his turn, his little turn that created the goal. As he did the turn, I nudged Neil and I went, "This has to be a goal," because the way the whole move started off, didn't it go? It went back to Milan. Milan won the ball. Hadji got it, knocked it out to Rodoni. Rodoni played it into Sakamoto, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Rodoni moves inside. Sakamoto turns, plays the ball in, and I'm like, "This has to be a goal. It's got to be a goal."
And it was so quick. It was so quick,
Yeah.
wasn't it? The whole thing was quick, pass, move, pass. That's how it
Yeah.
used to be. And
Yeah, it was brilliant.
it was.
Just
That's what we've been
brilliant.
moaning about, haven't we? That's what we've been moaning about, the fact that they started faffing around. That was back to how we know they can play. It was great.
Yeah, exactly.
Frank the Tank, along with Grimes and company, neutralised their Borough's midfield. Hackney and Morris did not like it one bit. Japan must have one hell of a squad if Tats can't get in, says Assassin's Unite. Chris Knott says, good evening, guys and girls. Slightly changing the tone, I would like to say how amazing the last two shows you've done were. Absolutely amazing with the guests. Really enjoyed and listened to both. Well, thank you very much.
Brilliant.
We get just as much as a buzz out of it. We're having Chris Kirtland on this and then having Hooks on the other one. It's just, we love it because we're just mega fans as well. So it's GLB Boxing, Stat in the Hat, Chippy Ken, Mrs. Doubtfire. How are you, Miles and Vicky?
Chippy Ken?
Chippy Ken, yeah, you like a chip.
You like the mega chip? You like the foot long, don't you?
I thought you meant I was on the building doing the old carpenter Chippy.
I can imagine you doing a dovetail joint. Hi, Peter Doolan. Hi, guys. Great performance on Monday. High press and total commitment. Saturday is going to be interesting. Also, does Frank pick the same team? I was talking to somebody during the week and I says, I need to find a role for Vicky because I said, we're a bit like the old, what's the name, Top Gear. And I said, I'm Clarkson. Obviously, Miles is Hammond. Jack is James May. Ken is Stig because he's a driver.
How come I'm boring? What? Surely you're the boring one.
No, you're the Stato man, aren't you? That's James May. But Vicky, what would your role be? What would your role be? I'm trying to think. There must be somebody else.
We'll give that some thought. We'll have
to give that some thought.
Oh, I know. Vicky could be the person that gives out the white cards to give us all challenges, and it's Vicky that puts the challenges down to the three of us because she's good at bringing up ideas like that.
There you go. See, the ideas person.
They are the ideas.
I used to love Top Gear when it was that back. I've got no interest in cars. I just used to like the program. Wayne Littlewood, is he happy? How good was it to see us hungry to close him down? Let's hope Wright doesn't disappear. He tends to have a brilliant game, then disappear for the season, which is a valid point. In all honesty, we know that.
Well, he was only happy about the first half. He wasn't very happy about the second half when he was commenting on Monday night, even though we scored 2 goals in the second half.
Jeff Swift, all credit to Frank Lampard for getting the tactics spot on. High press from the off, sit deeper and counter when leading. Great to see us compete in the midfield area. Must maintain this energy and desire in the upcoming games. Uncle Jonga, just goes to show having all the possession doesn't win you games. We've been very dominant in possession, haven't won games, and Middlesbrough got a taste of it on Monday night. Ralph Wiggins, he was delighted. Had a nice conversation with Ralph. Hi, folks. Brilliant performance. Sakamoto, amazing. But Hadji actually finished like a striker for a change. Wait till Frank gets match fit. Steve Price, all the way from Wales. Will he be happy with a 5:15 away kickoff?
Yeah, because it's only down the road from him. But he wouldn't be happy with the England-Wales score the other week.
No, but he was not. Yeah. Thought Boro were excellent when we beat them 4-2 at their place. Excellent side. So the scale of our win was absolutely massive. Did Italy beat Wales as well?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're better at rugby than you are at football.
We are at the minute.
Can I just add on that Italy stat? I read somewhere the other day that Italy have won as many cricket World Cup matches as they've won football World Cup matches since 2006. The answer is one. The answer is 1.
All right.
And Italy can't play cricket. We could put a cricket team together and give Italy a game. Plus 5.
I reckon that was against.
Say that they nearly beat England. We only won by 24 runs.
If you're talking, so that would be Football World Cup, wouldn't it? So that would be England, wouldn't it? Was the only game we've won since 2006 then? 2014.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
We both went out, didn't we?
Yeah.
The flipping Costa Rica, as they call it now. That's shambolic, isn't it? Don't get me started on World Cup football. Not even qualified for this one yet. Rich T, do you think we messed messed up Sky Sports script. They were expecting a Boro win. They were chronic. I listened to the whole thing when I got back in. So awful. How many games we played this season where they just expected the other team to beat us, and it was all about the other team? Just maybe, I don't know. Kevin Turner, Boro won the stats, but we got tats. Yes, Ayling was left trailing. Oh, Frank was the tank, and Wright was spot on. In all fairness, Ayling looked like a right back trying to play centre half on Monday night. He struggled. But has he come across somebody like that front line in the last 6 matches? That's the difference. Salop says, JB boxing it Smiley Miley after his Sky appearance. Happiest Cough fan on TV.
I wish it was ITV.
It was like, look at his face. Just look at his face.
Sky couldn't afford me. That's why it was ITV.
Mark O'Sullivan, great to see that we're not one-dimensional. Rudoni played his best game since his injury. Antti Pettifer says, Rudy seems like the old self, firing up the crowd again with his arms not seen for a while. Frank Wood, another good contributor in recent weeks. I think Frank has come in and showed the team what they need to play in the Premier League, and it starts with winning the individual battles and hard work. If we do go up, if you do well at home, you got a chance of staying up. That's what kept Forest in the division the last couple of years. You're all celebrities now. Jack was on Sky Sports, Miles and Claudio on ITV, YouTube. Cameron De Rossi says.
Rich T was on Sky Sports as well before Jack.
Cameron De Rossi says, Claudia's hair reminds me of something about Mary. Cameron Diaz hair gel. Lol. I'm not saying anything. Saw Miles and Claudio on TV. You guys are terrific. Way to present the fans, M. King.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I think we'll go back to you, Miles. That's quite a lot of comments.
Okay. No worries. You've done quite well there, I think. I think you've done a great job. Well done. By the way, congratulations to Jack on Monday for hosting the show on his own. Bless you. Some of us had to work after the game, but, you know.
It was fun. It was fun. It was a struggle with my voice after cheering and shouting so much, but I got through it. I had to stick the goals on at one point and shut up for a minute just to get my voice back.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It was one of them nights I think we all lost our voices. So, I mean, to be honest, though, you know, it shows how good the first half was, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Middlesbrough didn't have a shot on target in the first half. It took them until second half when they kicked off, and it come quite early on that they had their first shot on target, which I think was a header. Vicky, what did you make to the start of the second half? You know, because Middlesbrough come out a little bit all guns blazing, which you would expect, being 1-0 down going in at half time. You would expect that the away team might come on and we might sit back a little bit and just tempt them in to try and catch them on the break. I mean, were you surprised at that, or were you expecting it?
No, I think you expect, especially a team of the quality of Middlesbrough. I mean, if it was a team towards the bottom, they probably would have come out and kept it fairly steady and in the hope that they could nick something. But Middlesbrough, with their quality and form, were always going to come out and give that a go at the start of the second half, weren't they? So I don't think that was a massive shock. And I just thought, again, we just managed the game really well, didn't we? I think we had to change. We changed the way we dealt with that in the second half, and just sort of win the right battles both halves. It was great to see that. It's been an issue, but I thought we got that really spot on Monday night.
Yeah, it definitely did. And I mean, Ken, come on to the second goal, mate. I mean, wow.
Yes.
What a punt up the pitch from. Well, it come from a save. It come from a save originally, didn't it? Middlesbrough were attacking. You know, Rushworth grabbed hold of the ball. I think he dived down to his left to get the ball, then stands up and then hoofs it up the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, I just showed that how good a keeper is. He's keeping his eye on the game all the time. He obviously seen Hadji on a one-on-one situation, and it's perfect, wasn't it? and the defender was blaming the goalkeeper. But to be honest, it's a defender's fault there. He's got to deal with that, hasn't he? And he didn't deal with it. Hadji got the better of him and finished. There's no way you can blame the keeper for that, really. But it's a defender's ball. You can't never let it bounce, they say. And he's obviously let it bounce, and Hadji's nipped in there. Brilliant finish, absolutely brilliant finish. And that was perfect timing, wasn't it, that goal? Perfect timing.
It was, because they started coming on a little bit strong, didn't they, Jack? Before that chance came. Ken's just touched on it there, where Aylin's blaming the keeper's blaming Aylin, then they're blaming, I can't remember who's the other defender they've got. That American, I can't remember his name now, but they're all having they're all having a little Barney between each other. But it was a great finish, wasn't it? Cracking finish.
Yeah, to hit it, I know it's bounced once, but to hit it on the volley with his side foot and pick out the side netting at the far post, he could hit that. It goes anywhere. He could hit it with his laces. It literally could go anywhere. It could hit either corner flag. Could go out the roof. He was perfect. I don't think I've seen Hadji have such a good finish in all of his goals he scored for us. He scored some great goals. I think Wolves away, that curler in the last minute. I think of the diving header at Millwall earlier in the season. But for a first time over the shoulder volley, unbelievable bit of skill. Absolutely. And it came at exactly the right time. Like you say, we started that first half unbelievably strong. Middlesbrough did exactly the same thing, with Whittaker heading just over 30 seconds after the start. And you think that's a wake-up call. And Middlesbrough were right on it for that first 10 minutes. I wouldn't say we were out of it, but Middlesbrough came out the blocks firing. And to hit that literally Route 1 style, long ball and bury it, I think that almost won us the game. That bit alone, that 10 seconds, I never felt like we were going to drop points after that.
I mean, talking about the finish there, Claudio, against Oxford, he's got Mrs. Doubtfire now. Against Oxford, I mean, when you look at Hadji in the second half against Oxford, he's gone near post with a chance. He's hit the side netting, right? On Monday night, he's gone far post, and it's gone in. It's just so frustrating, isn't it? That that we've said it on this show. He is the best finisher we've got. There's no doubt about it. We've said it all along. But there's been some games he's been frustrating, but then he does something like that, which is just unbelievable.
I was telling the children, Mayors, it is a beautiful finish.
Why did I do it? Why did I do it? I asked for that.
It was superb. Well, he can be cool, and this is what he said at that players' meeting. He just looked quite calm about the whole thing, and it's frustrating because we know he can do it. And I thought, to me, he looked like an all-round perfect striker. And if that was the first time you've ever seen Coventry City play, you'd be going, "Wow, who is that guy up front?" He's got all the abilities and the attributes you want as a decent centre forward, and it was beautifully taken. I mean, at Oxford, that was a desperate shot. I think because it was so late in the game. I'd like to think he's done it before late in the game against Oxford, didn't he? Was it last season when he went through on goal on his own and finished off? Yeah. So for him to miss was unusual. Because he would normally put that away one-on-one. He's pretty good at that. He's pretty useless around the edge of the box when he's shooting normally. But when it's one-on-one, he's quite clinical. So he's just got to do it again, Miles. He just has to put that performance in every time. He has to make sure he keeps Ellis Sims out of the team. That's his job, isn't it? He needs to play that well to keep Ellis out. And, the thing is, though, I think even if Ellis is available, and that we know Frank Lampard likes Hadji Wright, and with the selection, we didn't know who was going to be in midfield, did we? In front of Onyeka and Grimes, none of us really thought Rodoni would probably start, but he's obviously Frank's favourite, and that's why he started as well. So those two players are nailed on to start, I think. So, and if they play to their abilities, you've got a great striking sort of We've got great ability in the middle of the pitch up front.
Yeah.
You know, regardless of what's on the peripherally, I can't say the word, but on the edges. You know what I mean? But had you right, it was a beautiful finish, and it's, you know, I don't think I actually think. I reckon most people in that ground knew he was going to score when he went through. There was something. People celebrating before he even hit the back of the net round by us. It is. I just think I don't know. He just looked like he's going to score here. He's just going to score. How often does he get the right side of his defender? Normally, the defender would knock him off, wouldn't he? But
yeah,
I mean, of all the defenders, he got the better of Ayling, and he's no mug. You know, all game he gave him a hard time. You know,
He
so
made him look like a mug.
he did, didn't he? You know, it's.
A few times.
Yeah.
We struggled against him when he was playing for Leeds.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, he's a quality defender, that's for sure. I wouldn't say no for having him in our team, that's for sure.
Exactly.
It's starting our starting 11. Vicky, their goal. I mean, it was a well taken goal. Don't get me wrong, but I think they were a little bit lucky because there was a deflection that's bounced off. I think it was Latibodier. It's come off Latibodier, fell to their player. It was McGree, wasn't it? I think scored it, and it's fouled to him nicely. Rushworth going the opposite direction of the goal, and he's hit it well. It's gone in the back of the net, but it was a well-deserved goal for Middlesbrough, wasn't it? They because they didn't give up. They kept going and going and going, didn't they?
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, you can't. I mean, as frustrating as it was, because it would have been nice to have kept another clean sheet. You can't say they didn't work for their goal, and there was a moment of luck, wasn't there? The way it ricocheted off that Bodier, and it could have gone anywhere, but it fell right for them. And then it just makes you a little bit nervous, isn't it? Because you're thinking, oh, are they going to turn it on? And then a miracle happened, didn't it?
Yeah, I think
We got a penalty.
17 seconds, Vic. 17 seconds. I mean, would you believe it?
I'll tell you what, though, about that penalty, that not only is it a miracle we got a penalty, but it goes back to the point I've made a couple of times now about Eccles looking to get decent balls into the box, because that was him again looking to get a decent ball into the box, and obviously then got a penalty from it. So that was, it was great. I did wonder from
early ball. Early ball into the box, doesn't he? He always tries to get that early ball. And you know, so you sit that side, you sit the other side of the ground. We're down the other end, so we couldn't see it. We heard everyone cheering. Could you see it from your side of the ground because you're over the opposite side?
Well, actually, what you're more with the linesman's the best place for that, and we've had some terrible linesmen, haven't we, recently? You're thinking, they don't give that, and luckily it was awarded.
Yeah, and Ken, no, Jack, come to you. Jack, it was about time we got a penalty, weren't it? Because it was all the way back till August.
Yeah, about that, I want to say that, bear in mind, that's not a penalty for a foul. It's a penalty for handball. So it still means that players have got license to just foul us in the box because they won't get a penalty. It's a handball. It's a different infringement. And I was just as shocked as the rest of you because we still got a pen. You know, we still got it. And thank God that man Hadji was on the pitch. And after his 2 goals and 2 near misses earlier on in the game, you just think there's no one that's going to score this penalty more than Hadji Wright. And even then, from where I sit, a bit higher up than you, Miles, and I don't know what you and Claudio thought, but when he put that in that bottom left corner and I saw the keeper going the same way, I was really worried for a second. It was obviously a very, very well taken penalty, but where we are, there's no depth perception whatsoever. And I really thought the keeper was going to get there. And I thought after all these months, after 6 months, we're going to get a penalty and we're going to have missed it. Not missed it, but it's going to be saved. The cheer when the ball at the back of that net. Finally, we've got a penalty. And that's 3 for 3 for Hadji this year. So it will probably end up with 5 or 6 now. I feel like this is going to be floodgates of penalties. And it'll be some of the crap teams, you know, like the Portsmouth and the Sheffield Wednesday that will give us a penalty. We play them both at home. So fingers crossed we can get some more.
I mean, Chippy Kent, that penalty. I mean, when you do watch it, but I mean, I'm with I'm with Jack on this one. I think that when you've seen the keeper go in that direction, and the way you lot have told me about what he said, how he reads penalties, and he's he does homework on goalkeepers, and the goalkeeper's gone the same way. But the way he put it hit the side netting right at the back of the side netting. So no keeper was getting it really. It was that far out wide, weren't it?
That perfect, a lot of pace on it, side netting, very far corner. So there's no chance any keeper would get that. And perfect penalty. I was confident. I'm always confident when Hadji steps up for a penalty, to be fair. I think he's only missed one. That was against Southampton when he sort of slipped when he was taking it that night, and he's a bit unfortunate. But Hadji, you're quite confident when as I said, sometimes you need a little bit of luck, don't you, in football? And we had a little bit of luck. We got the penalty. Sometimes you get them given, sometimes you don't get them. But his hands were clearly not in a natural position, as they said on telly. Even they were out, so it's a penalty. There's no doubt about it. But I've seen them not given. So you need a little bit of luck, and we got that little bit of luck on the night as well with that, and it was brilliant. To get a penalty, it was such a relief. People couldn't believe it around there. They got a penalty, and it was nice. It was nice. I'd say hopefully we'll get a few more now before the end of the season.
Yeah. Well, you know what though? I mean, we're Jack. I'm going to come to you on this because you've just put a dampener on the penalty. Oh, it's a handball. It weren't a foul. But on the Sunday, I watched was it Sunday or Saturday, the Villa game? Saturday, the Villa game. Right? They Villa handballed it inside the box, 3 yards inside the box, the same sort of handball as that was. And the referees give a free kick.
That's embarrassing. It is absolutely embarrassing. And not only that, it's the side where the lino is. The lino's 15 yards from it.
Exactly.
And how neither of them have worked that out when it's clear. It's not even like on the line or over the line. It's clear as day. It's yards inside the box. And, the reason that VAR was brought in all those years ago, whatever it was 6-7 years ago now, the whole point of that was to overturn clear and obvious errors. Now,
there's no VAR in that round.
No. Oh, really? Is that what it was?
Yeah, no VAR.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
That's what I mean. There was no VAR in that round, and then you go to our game, and their player weren't even 3 yards inside the box. He was only just inside the box, and we've got the same. It's exactly the same situation as it was for Newcastle on Saturday. How on earth the official? I mean, so really that might not have gone for us. For all we know, we might not have got that because when you watch games like there was the other night, and then you watch ours, you think, really, were we lucky to get it? We probably were in a way, because the way the officiating is poor.
If we
Vicky,
didn't get a pen for that, I'm not a gambling man, but I was genuinely going to open a betting account and put a bet on to say that we're not going to get a penalty for the rest of the season. Because
you're better off. No. You're better off putting £5 on George Russell to win the F1 title this year, mate, than put a £5 on us not getting another penalty.
Can I just intervene? Miles, you can advertise what we thought we couldn't advertise.
Oh, yes! Brilliant. I'll do it in a minute. Vicky, I want to talk about Rushworth before we bring in some more comments. What a great keeper, because towards the end of that game, he was grabbing hold of the ball, was making some lovely little saves. I know, there were half chances for Boro and stuff, and they were trying to come back at us. They really were trying to have a go, which is fair play to them, because you're going to, aren't you? You're going to try and come and have a go, and you got nothing to lose. They made 5 subs, and they went all attacking on us. And Rushworth, for me, did some great game management, didn't he? Bless him.
Oh, he's such a good keeper, isn't he? I mean, it's a long time since we've had a keeper that good. I mean, I think we're going back to sort of Premier League type times, aren't we? Just everything about him, like the shot stopping, the fact that he actually claimed the ball. I love that. The fact that when a cross comes in, he doesn't punch, he'll claim it. Love that, like the bit old school. like you said, his game management at the end, his kicking. Like so the goal for Hadji, that's not the first time he's done a decent long kick this season that's led to a goal. It might be his first actual proper assist, but we've had goals this season that have come from him doing a decent kick out like that. So yeah, just like quality all round, isn't he? I so hope that we can get him in the summer because he's just fantastic.
Yeah, he was brilliant for me, and there was a point. I don't know if you've seen it, but he went down, and I thought he was going to stay down, like the other. When teams play against us and the keeper stays on the floor, I thought he was going to do it because he did. I swear he thought about it, and he went, "No, I better get up." But there was a moment where he was going to fake an injury. I think. Did you see that, Vic?
I didn't see that. I know, but that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. I don't know if anyone else see that.
No, but fair play to Middlesbrough. They didn't, did they? Because a couple of times their lads went down. They were generally hurt.
Yeah,
I thought there's no gamesmanship really, apart from obviously the way both teams are tussling and battling for the ball and stuff. But I thought, Middlesbrough came to play football. We said, didn't we? We're going to have a chance with the team that plays football. We know that, and that's what we want. Let them have the ball, and we know we can beat teams on the break. So it worked in our hands, didn't it? But talking about Rushworth, it's great. That is his English as well, and I think it's fantastic. There's been a lack of really, really good English goalkeepers for a fair few years now because they don't get a chance. We bring in foreign goalkeepers from all over the place to play in goal in this country. When there's, give our lads a chance, and he's proved how good he is, and he can't even get into the Brighton setup, which is incredible. So what their goal is like, I don't know.
Yeah, unbelievable. And Ken, I just want to say, come to you on this one. I said to Will on the way over in the car, I said, wouldn't be surprised if we see Markello on the bench. Because the way Frank was talking in the press conference, that's another subject, by the way, press conference. Recorded on the bloody Wednesday, not released until the Saturday. Have a word. But I mean, Ken, to see Markello on the bench where we were told he was a player for next season. Great to see him get on for a few minutes.
It was, and I want to say about the subs. I thought Frank played his subs brilliantly. I thought the timing of the subs were great. He brought Frank off when he needed to. He was on a booking. He was getting a little bit tired, and maybe the odd tackle he could have got him sent off. He was on a booking, so it was a great decision to bring him off. I thought the subs that came on did a great job as well. So yeah, it was lovely. It's great to see him. He's a player. I think he will be very useful for us in the future as well. He's going to get a few more games under his belt. I think he'll be good. But Frank got the sub spot on.
Yeah, it was brilliant game management all round, and we were calling for that, weren't we, Jack? From the 2 away games when we went 1-0 up and we blew it, we were crying out. He must watch this show, Frank, because I reckon he must do, because his game management was spot on, weren't it, Jack? He's definitely listened to all of us lot talking about it.
Again, I'd love to agree with you, but he did it against Leicester. He had brilliant game management there, and the fact that in the second half,
again. You can't just give it us, can you? You can't just say, "Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he watches us. Yeah, he's another one for." Oh no, he did it against Leicester.
Miles, I'm not here to blow smoke up your ass. I'm here to give my opinion.
You can't say words like ass.
You can't say that.
You said worse. God, Mrs. Doubtfire, pipe down, right? Frank managed the game against Leicester brilliantly.
You yourself now.
1-0 down at half time, and Frank made early subs before Leicester did to turn the game on its head. And it's, away from home, I'll completely agree with you, Miles. He's been really poor and not managed the games. Leicester, QPR. Not Leicester, Norwich, QPR. But at home, he's managed this game immaculately on Monday night. And it is almost exactly what we said. I know he didn't start with Josh Eccles like we all said maybe he should, but he brought Eccles on at the right time to aid that midfield, to help that. And people think he was only brought on to man mark. No, he wasn't, because he went and won us that penalty. And when there was that 2 goal and sat deeper, it was perfect.
He tried to get him on earlier, didn't he? He couldn't get him on before they scored. They were ready to come on. So he knew he had to make a change. Because those lads, when you're playing the high press, that's a lot of work. And especially on Yeko, who's not kicked a ball really, has he, apart from the African nations. and then he's done nothing for a month. So, yeah, well done, Frank.
I'll tell you something. That he don't have to get across the pitch quick, doesn't he? Jesus Christ. He's one side and he's the other. You're like, how's he get over there? You're like, wow.
You know what impressed me about him? He bought a lot of fouls, didn't he? You can see the fouls that we won. You know, he knew anybody tackled him, he'd go down, and he got the foul. That's a little bit of Premiership experience there, wasn't it? And he bought them.
Ken, do you think he's got a massive? Do you think he's got a massive tackle, Ken, as well?
I think he's very strong, and and he's very competitive, Claudio.
All right, listen, we're going to talk about him in a minute in the next part. God almighty, you lot. I tell you, I don't know how to put up with you lot. Right, before we get some comments then, I've got some big news, everybody. Can we have a drum roll, please? Have we got a drum roll?
We have. Hold on. We have.
Hold on, we got a proper drum roll.
You ready, Miles? You ready?
Yeah, ready. Hold on a minute. That's like that cinema thing, isn't it? The credit for the film.
Pearl and Dean.
That's it, Pearl and Dean. Do it again. Get your popcorn. Go to the canteen and get your pop. Anyway, we have a special show, and this show that we're going to bring up now, it's for you, the fans. Okay, this next show we're going to advertise. It's for you, the fans, to ask your questions. The whole show is going to be you asking the questions, not us. We're going to be hosting it, but you're going to ask the questions. So make sure you tune in for this. Darren Huckabee will be live here on the 26th of March from 7:30. And fans, this is your show. So it's question time. Darren Huckabee coming on, and whatever questions you're going to fly at him, just get them on the screen and we will read out your questions to Darren and he will ask them. He will answer them. And then if we want to chip in with a little bit, we will. But this show is all about you, the fans. You ask the questions. We're going to try something different. Hopefully it works and you can all get involved. So put it in your diary now. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. It's free. And you click subscribe, click like, and also click the notification button on YouTube. And then that will notify you when this link comes available. And it will tell you when this show becomes live. Also, if you want to watch the interview with Darren Huckabee with Jim Brown and Claudio, you can watch that now. Well, you can hear it now on Spotify, or if you're a member of the channel at $4.99 or $5.99, $4.99 or $1.99, sorry, you can watch it now, or it will be going live tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. If you do subscribe at $1.99 or $4.99, you will get 48 hours early access to all the history podcasts before they go live on the YouTube channel. But you can listen to it now, and I tell you something, this is fantastic. I listened to it today at work. Absolutely brilliant. You don't want to miss this one. And not forgetting the 26th, Thursday, 26th of March, it's your show, the fans. Everybody that's watching now, pass it around to all your mates. You can come on, ask the questions, and Darren will answer them for you. There you go. Brilliant. All right, let's get some comments in. Whew.
Exactly. Our two fullbacks did not bomb on as much, says Dave Saunders. Will King of Shaves, come on, the mighty Cobb, the Super Franks, the Hadji Trick Right, the deafening SBA, PUSB believe always. Good evening, Will King. Mick Kelly, even all a bit late. Miles, good to see you in the flesh. Hey, up on Monday. What was all that about?
Yes,
number one DJ.
He was there. I'm not allowed to say the place anymore.
Rushworth was trying that all game. EMC almost caught him one in his first half. I thought the atmosphere was terrific on Monday.
Brilliant.
Best 6 points. Even the bloke sat behind me was happy. Oh, well,
wow.
Yeah. There's still a couple of times when me and Luca did the old face and the eyes going, what was he talking about? 6 points and put 7 goals past. Apparently the best team in this league this season. I know, exactly. Troy Deeney talking absolute nonsense before the game. And I don't know if anybody's caught that. Brilliant. Mrs. Doubtfire, Claudio from Mark Patman. Oh, I'll try my best. Is Claudia going to audition as Ken Dodd at the local theatre company? Says John. Why is Mrs. a tickling stick? No. Did anybody go to see Ken Dodd?
Yeah.
What time was it? 5 hours? How many hours was it?
The Hippodrome in Coventry.
We had to leave in the end.
Sorry?
We had to leave in the end. We didn't see the end. It was going on like too long.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. 5 hours. Was it about 5 hours for you, Miles?
I don't remember. All I know that I did buy a tickling stick.
Boro fans saying they thought we were playing Wimbledon. Oh, well. It's football. The idea is to get the ball in the net. Dave Sports Photos, strong bench now. I don't see Alan even making the bench for the rest of the season. I feel he should have been moved on 2 years ago, but I wish him well for the future.
The thing is, we've been going on about a plan B for weeks. We've been going on about a plan B. That goal kick was a plan B. That's not a lot of hard work for a plan B, though, is it? No, it ain't. But it's a plan B, and it worked, didn't it?
Have you got a plan B? Just launch it.
Exactly, plan B. Oof it. If in doubt. Ow. Yeah.
I can imagine them all sat there for half an hour, and Frank just drew a great big line from Rushworth to Hadji Wright. That's the plan B. Hadji is an enigma, says Paul Stratton. If he fancies it, becomes
plan
aggressive.
B, oof it.
And wants it. We win every game. Just hope he wants it more than he doesn't. When he's on it, he's unplayable.
Maybe this. Why is it Ken's always comes up at the screen? Why is it Ken's always comes up with the screen with a thumbs down in front of him?
I don't know.
Is that you, Claudia, doing that?
No, it's not me.
Only when you're on, mate.
It's
always Ken's screen. Always puts the thumbs down.
That must be somebody that I don't like. Maybe I don't know.
Have you stood somebody up at the chippy?
Don't know. Not sure. Reveal yourself, whoever it is.
Oh, not on this show, Ken. Lee Lishman, hi guys. Hadji seemed to score with first shots. Didn't think about it. Caught Borough's keeper cold. Hadji is an enigma. He can do that, but then go missing for weeks, like last season against Sunderland. Dave Saunders, Jack Stad, who doesn't wear a hat. Their goal. Thomas lost his man, so Milan came across the cover, and his man smashed it in. There's some instances during the game, and I was watching it back. There was the one where Whittaker had the header and it came off De Silva and went for a corner. Similar at Sheffield United, was it, when it deflected, went in the goal? Was that Hull last season away from home? I think it was Hull, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Hull, yeah.
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 The shot at the edge of the box, Hackney, where it went through Bobby Thomas's legs and went straight into Rushworth's hands. 5 games ago, that hits his heel, deflects into the corner. And it's small. It is margins when you're playing top teams for it to go your way. And some nights it just lands perfectly. And I thought it did on Monday night. Paul Stratton penalty. Regalvanise us to go again. When Boro scored, we were under serious pressure. That's the way to do it, though, isn't it? Strike back straight away. Hadji's in a fight with Balogun for the USA starting striker at the World Cup. He could not come into form at a better time. Of course, there's Weah, there's Angerman, where his name is, and Sargent. They've got some good forwards, in all honesty. They've got some really good forwards. Pilol says, a bit of love for Latti, being composed every time he's been called up this season.
Yeah, I thought he was outstanding, wasn't he, on Monday night?
Keith says, I heard someone say we haven't lost a game where LADITT started. That's true, isn't it?
In the league this season, it's true. Yes, he started the FA Cup game against Stoke, which we obviously lost. He started the game at right back. He was moved to centre back before their goal, but obviously that was an absolute worldie, which no one's fault at all. That goal, not a single player can be even half blamed for that. And we've won. I think we've won every game at home he's played as well. So there you go.
I'm gonna ask Miles a question in a second. Based on this, we need to talk how good Thomas was. Silva looked better with LADITT. Frank gave Grimes that little bit more space to go forward with confidence. I don't know about you, Miles. It looks like Thomas decided he wasn't going to mess about on Monday night.
How do you mean?
In terms of clear your lines, there was none of this.
Oh, yeah, no. It was literally get the ball. If we're winning, get the ball, get it out, get it up the pitch. And there was none of that. I think there was one occasion, I think if I could clock it, that he tried to play a worldie pass and we lost possession again. And I went, oh, here we go again. He's at it again. And I think that was it. I think that was the only one he did. I think the rest of it, he was sort of looking for the easy option. And, it makes a lot of difference because that's been the problem over the last few weeks is that we've been doing that. And as we've said before, so yeah, it was literally get the ball, get it out, and it was gone, wasn't it?
Yeah, because it's no good clearing your lines and it drops about 30 yards from goal because you're just creating danger again, which is we've been doing that with some of the goals we've conceded. We've not cleared it. He just put his foot through it a few times, didn't he? Yeah. Love it.
Oh, definitely, yeah, brilliant.
Paul Stratton, first time this season that the linesman actually flagged for a penalty. Yeah. Ref could not see it from his position well done the lino. Oh,
I'd seen him looking over to the lino, and they're obviously all wired up, so he's obviously told him, yeah, hands penalty. So it was a good decision at the end. Yeah.
Lee Lishman, other teams podcast on Monday. 3 things thought I'd never hear. Cov are ruthless in front of goal. Haji's a deadly striker in this league. Scores goals for fun. Cov a big physical side like Wimbledon. Not sure about that.
Well, we've got the smallest man in the league, haven't we?
You.
Well, yeah. Frankie's name is Miles, who will not sing your song note. It's a free world. Uncle Jonga says, Jack and Miles get a room. Paul Cutter has put a remark about the adverts still popping up every couple of minutes, apparently. So I don't know what's going on there, because I know you tried to get rid of them, didn't you?
No, I've definitely changed it for this show. I've been changing all of them.
Lee Burke sat the manager, Eric. Was that Eric Ramsey? Is it for West Bromwich Albion from Lee Burke last season? Is that Ramsey? Who is that?
Ramsey.
What's his name? Sat the manager, Eric Ramsey. Who's that? From West Bromwich Albion from Lee Burke next season. I can't. I don't understand a word of that. I'm sorry. So, Pilal, can Marty tell us all a bit about how his ITV appearance came about, which was a very good segment, by the way. Anthony Pettifer says, Claudio's going to get you closed down. Seriously, we love it. It's not me. It's carry on. It's not your. I just speak in English. You're just you're interpreting it wrongly. So how did the ITV thing come about, Mark?
Well, they emailed us a couple of weeks ago asking us if we could go on a special show talking about Coventry being top of the table. Then we had when we lost our reign at the top of the table, so they had to change their plans. Then on Sunday, I get a WhatsApp message from a lovely guy, Tommy from ITV, and he says, "Can you guys meet us at the ground?" And it'd be after the game. I says, "Yeah, no worries." And we ended up going on, and I didn't know it was going to be such a big segment. I just thought it was just going to be a quick couple of minutes. That was it. But it was a long chat, and there was a load of fans behind us. Buswell was behind us. If you've seen it, he's got his bucket hat on and that. He loved it. And I did a little speech at the end about, how as fans we're not just a football club. As fans, we're a community. We're family. We all stick together, and we've stuck, with the club all the way down to League Two. Could have dropped out the Football League if we hadn't, obviously won that semi-final against Notts County, and now on the brink of going up to the Premier League. And it was great. Yeah, it was really good. I was very happy to be on there. He's crying now. You see, I've got him crying because it was that good. It was that good of a speech. But yeah, that's how it come about. And hopefully we'll be on a few more ITV shows, which would be brilliant. So they're going to do the top of the table one another time later on in the season. So watch this space, basically. But it's great that we as a channel, it's not just me, it's all of us as a channel. All the five of us, we work together. We work hard on this channel. And it's great that we've finally been recognised by a media, a general media channel, ITV, have recognised our channel, where there are other people that get on Sky and things like that. And we have finally been recognised by someone, and it's ITV. So well done to all of us. It isn't just me, it's all of us, a collective. We all worked hard on this channel to get us there, and we've finally been recognised, which is great.
Big shout out to Luke as well, because I thought Luke was great. Yeah,
Luke was brilliant. Yeah, I messaged Luke because I knew Ken was the other side. Vicky couldn't do it. Jack couldn't do it. And I knew you were our side. And I thought, well, who's closest to me as well? So I messaged Luke. Luke comes on here a lot. He speaks well. And Luke joined us as well. And you were late getting to the party, unfortunately.
Well, yeah.
But at least it shut you up.
To Luca, he couldn't have picked the spot any further away from where I'm sitting. I says, but it is 10 roads and 15 miles.
Well, I didn't know it was going to be that quick, to be honest. I didn't think they were going to do it. I thought they were going to wait till the whole stadium was empty, and then we were going to go down onto the pitch and do it. I weren't expecting it to be that quick. And they just came round, set up, boom, off they went. It was just like rapid. But yeah, thanks for everyone that watched it as well. It's been brilliant. The response has been fantastic. There has been some, but you just like laugh at them, don't you? It's just, yeah.
If some people think it's easy, try it. That's all I'm saying.
I had a bloke. Listen to this. This to make you laugh. I had a bloke come up to me at my DJing gig before the game, right? And I went up the bar to get a drink. Will was helping me on Monday, and I was on the mic and I was trying to get the fans going. You could tell everyone was nervous. You could tell there was a lot of nerves in the building, and it was really sort of frustrating because when you're a DJ or when you're entertainer on the mic and you're trying to get people going and singing and cheering. It's really difficult. I had this one guy and he goes, "Yo, get them going, will you? You should be getting these lot going. You should be getting these lot singing and cheering." I says, "I'm trying my best, mate." I says, "I think they're a little bit nervy." "Oh, you're not trying hard enough." So I went over and I walked away for about 2 steps and I thought, no, I'll turn back round. And I went back to him and went, "Do you want to have a go then?" I said, "Come on." I said, "Do you want to have a go?" And he goes, "No, you should be doing it. You're the DJ." I said, "No, you come and have a go if you think you can do better." That's what I said. He really sort of wound me up. You know what I mean? And I was trying my best. And I know what it's like because I've been doing it. Well, I've been doing that gig now since beginning of October, which is fantastic. I love it. It's what dreams are made of, to play in front of your Sky Blue Army. It's just brilliant. And after the game, everyone was relaxed and everyone was standing on the tables and singing and dancing. So, I knew how hard it was going to be. So, it's good. Can I tell you another story about Monday?
Oh, go on then.
Oh, you're going to love. I ain't told any of you this. I ain't told you any of you this story. So, I went away at the weekend. Went down to Devon for a couple of days and took Chewy with me and Letty. and at Chewy's first day on the beach. And we went down to scatter some ashes of Alfie. So we took some ashes with us. 3 little bags of Alfie, to scatter down on the beaches. And went on to Wollacoon Beach, scattered his ashes. Sunday woke up, chucking down with rain. We went, Chewy ain't going to like this. We'll go home. We'll end it now. We'll come back another time. And I had 2 packets of Alfie in my pocket. Anyway, I gets to me gig before the game on Monday, and I'm there. And it's about half an hour before we're walking up to the ground, and I put my hand in my pocket, and I turned to Will. I went, Alfie's in my pocket. He says, what? I said, I've got Alfie in my pocket. Alfie's in my pocket. He says, you what? I says, Alfie's in my pocket. Look, I've brought his ashes with me. He goes, no. I went, yeah. I said, this is his first football match. I said, you watch, we're going to win this now. So anyway, we won it, didn't we? So Will says, you better take him to every game now. So Alfie's in my coat pocket, ready for the next game. I took me dead dog to the football. That's not right, is it? Oh dear, never mind. Thanks, Alfie.
Even Claudia's lost for words.
I know, yeah. Yeah, it took me dead dog to the football. It's brilliant, isn't it? Oh dear, never mind.
P-Lol says. P-Lol says.
Where we were.
What a brilliant guest, DH, you've got lined up. And thanks for being so generous and giving us followers the platform for asking the questions. You guys are honestly brilliant. Cheers. Yeah, we just thought, you don't get many opportunities like that. So be good.
Yeah.
By the end of the season, Rushworth only has 1 year left in his contract at Brighton. He stated recently he wants to stay here as long as he's in the Premier League. That's right. His agent said the same, Mr. Stephen Hunt. By the end of the season, Rushworth has only... Oh, no, just read that one, haven't I? Unfortunately, it looks like Brighton's number 1 is going to Bayern. They want Rushy to be the number 1. That's Jim Bowen. I'll come back to me. I think the moaning chap behind you, Paddy, moved behind me in block 12. It was funny. The game had only been going 5 minutes. He goes, oh no, I need the toilet. I thought, yes. I thought, take as long as you need. I thought, oh dear, just shame you didn't miss the goal. Can you bring back your Solman says, can you bring back your brown strip when you came to our place on Saturday?
You must be a West Brom fan.
When you come to our place, West Brom fan, eh?
Yeah.
We've been going an hour and 15, by the way, and we haven't even got on to West Brom yet.
That's right. Oh my God. That's the best, Claudia. Ken Dodd, do it again. Not doing Ken Dodd. Me, Vicky, and my mum went to see him at the Spa Centre in Leamington. We got bored, left, and it was snowing, so we had the snowball fight. And I got caught hiding behind a car, about to throw a snowball at Vicky by the owner, trying to get in his car.
The fun we have.
I mean, Jay De Silva could be one of the D men, couldn't he? That's for sure. Solman, Baggy's twin. Here they come. A bit like the Middlesbrough game when it all started coming on here.
What?
Baggy's fan thinks they're going to win. John Murch says, love you, Claudio. You always talk sense. Only joking with you. Oh, see me. Only joking. Troy Deeney. Good job I read the rest of that. Troy Deeney is the new Ennio Luco.
Oh, dear.
GLB.
I'm not sure it's that bad, is it?
The thumbs down is that Ken's chippy review. Trevor Merriman says, funny how a good result can cheer the show's week up, isn't it? That's true. It's all good. John Murch says, Premier League written all over the performance against Middlesbrough. Pure class now all over the pitch. Got to keep winning because Ipswich have 2 games in hand now. PUSB class. Why is Ken using his OnlyFans name?
I ain't changed that.
To be fair, Miles, I haven't sung it yet. As Frank needs to earn it, my opinion, says GLB Boxing. He's done nothing yet until promotion. I won't sing it.
See, I'm not the only one.
There's a few of us. Well, I'm with you, Miles, as well. I haven't sung it yet. I'm with you. And
I know you haven't. Yeah, it's right though, isn't it? Yeah.
It's not that I don't support him. I'm not backing him, but I just feel you have to earn it. I think actually one of the problems is it probably would have been different if he hadn't, people hadn't sung it from like the first second he arrived when he hadn't done anything. If it had sort of evolved naturally, I think probably I would have fell into it, but it felt wrong when he hadn't even done anything. And now, if it sort of started this season, I probably would have joined in. But now I was sort of thinking, well, I've got to stick. Like my view was, he's going to earn it, and I can't then like change my view because that makes me a hypocrite. So yeah, fingers crossed for promotion, then I can sing it.
Well, Assassins Unite says we won't read this out, but I'm going to read it out because what is the reason for Miles not backing Lamps when we've been top 2 all season, or is he just being childish? I think that's meant to say.
Churlish.
Churlish. Oh, well, I don't know. What's churlish? Never heard of it. I'm not that brainy. No, it's like Vicky's just said. You've got, I think, you know, when you look at Mark Robbins, how he got us back to where we were, we would have loved him to finish the job. He earned it with us singing his song. I think at the moment, for me, like Vicky, like a few people, he's not been with us long enough. Yes, okay, we have been top or second or, you know, top 6 virtually all season, and then top 2, top since October the 4th or 5th, was it? I don't think it's not right yet, because if it all goes wrong, like the other week where everyone thinking, oh, this is going to go wrong, the wheels are coming off, then we've sang Super Frank for no reason at all, have we? So it's not that I'm not backing him. I'm backing him all the way. I have done since he joined us. But
Miles,
I just won't sing his song.
Do you sing any songs about players that we currently have on our books?
Yes, I do, yeah.
But why have they earned it? We haven't had promotion.
Because it G's them along. It gets the adrenaline going on the pitch. It's different to singing Super Frank in the dugout. Frank ain't playing, is he?
No, he's still got a job to do over those 90 minutes. He's got to assess the game. He's got to...
Hold on a minute. I'm a manager. Everyone's going to sing about... I'm a manager. Everyone's going to sing about me. It's going to make me better. Don't be daft. The players, it's different when they're on the pitch. The players on the pitch is the ones you got to sing about, not the manager in the dugout. He ain't on the pitch kicking the ball, is he?
Why has Sakamoto earned it then? He's only scored 15 goals.
Because Sakamoto, look what he did on Monday.
He didn't score, didn't assist. What's your point? Didn't do anything.
What?
Jack, if you only sang songs when teams got promoted, we wouldn't have sung a song for about like half our history, would we? So
why did we sing a song about Gustavo for 90 minutes at Blackpool? Because we loved him and it made him play better. And when you know, it doesn't make the manager play better, does it? Because the manager don't play. He sits on his ass and watches them kick the ball about.
He didn't have Bakayoko, did he?
When we win the league, or we get promoted, that's when I'll sing Super Frank. Or if we win 5-0, if we're winning 5-0 at home, I'll sing it. Or if we're winning 5-0 away, I'll sing it.
We were winning 5-0 at home. We've already been winning 5-0 at home, and 6-0, and 7-0.
No. I said, I'm still not singing it yet. I said 5-0.
It was 5-0. It was 6-0. And
it was 7-1. It was 7-1.
Oh, because that's worse than 5-0, isn't it? Oh, boo-hoo.
If he doesn't want to sing it, there's no rule that you have to sing.
I don't want to sing it. It's like, just simple as.
Claudia, what's the last song you sang?
The last song I sang, Happiness, Happiness.
I thought it was That's Amore.
Right, Mr. Dino says, love the carry on humour. Wonder if Cloudy can give us a Sid James laugh. Miles, you certainly got your 5 minutes of fame with Claudia trying to get a word in, he says. Yeah, Steve Curry says it was great seeing Sky Blue Fans TV on the ITV show. Miles was all excited, like a little kid went to see Santa Claus for the first time. Right, Sakamoto says Lee Lishman has always been a vital cog in the team, but he is unplayable. Some games we seem to get even more from him. It's the way the other team give him space or our tactics. And right.
What's going on?
There's a lot of West Brom here. I'm just going past them, basically.
Like we will on Saturday.
Yes. Frank Wood said, maybe OJM, but we will come down with lots of money and a large squad ready to go straight back up, but you won't see us from Div 1. Right, back to you, Miles, while I sort this out.
Okay, so right, here we go then. Bit of housekeeping first then, and then we're going to crack on about Onyeka, and then we're going to quickly touch on West Brom. First of all, big congratulations to Haji Wright. He has scored 45 goals, and this is the most goals for Coventry City since the year 2000. He's on 45, and Jack, how long's he been with us? And is he the quickest? He's scored quicker than Gyökeres in the shortest time, isn't he?
Yeah, so he's got 2 more goals than Victor in 4 less appearances. So he's shooting past Victor. And you know, I've been frustrated with Haji Wright just as much as everyone else, but I think he gets a bit too much stick. Just a bit too much, because he's clearly a good striker. There were times where Victor Gyökeres went missing for games on end, or teams would learn how to shut him down. They'd put 2 men on him and they'd foul him and we wouldn't win a foul, things like that. So this is no discredit to either of them. I think they're both fantastic players at the level we're at. But Haji gets a bit too much stick for my liking. Like I say, he goes missing and sometimes he deserves that little bit of criticism or deserves to be dropped for the likes of Ellis Sims. But he has been a fantastic asset for our club for only about 7 million. And 7 million in this day and age market is nothing. We've got a fantastic player in our hands. And if we can get another year or so on his contract, we'll sell him for even more than we did Victor.
Yeah. Brilliant stuff. Love it. Couple more housekeeping then. Next Tuesday, if you're not doing anything, there was a quiz night at the Black Swan. And then every Tuesday after that, there was going to be a quiz night down at Black Swan. And next Wednesday, if you're not going to the game and you want to watch the game, the Duke in Leamington are showing the game on loads of big screens. And also, there's a quiz taking place at the same time. And you could win over £205 on Play Your Cards Right. So head down there. And then my residency DJing job at the Old Shepherd, they're having a closing down party on Saturday the 28th of February, 7:30 till late. But don't worry, we'll be back. Watch this space. It's having a complete refurb, basically. And it's going to be back open on the 25th of March. So you ain't going to want to miss that. And great news, I'm going to be there twice a month now, which is brilliant. So absolutely superb. Excellent. Right, Ken, yes. Onyeka. Is he going to be the player like Grimes was last January? Is he going to change our form going into these last 14 games? I'm going to ask the same question to everybody on the panel. I want to hear your opinion on that man, because I thought he was excellent.
He was absolutely fantastic. Missing piece of the jigsaw, and he allowed Grimes to be a bit more free, didn't he? He took a lot of the weight off Grimes, because Grimes has been here, there and everywhere the last few matches, and he probably worn him out a little bit. But having Frank in there, he dictated play, didn't he? Him and Grimes bossed it, I thought, and absolutely fantastic player. I said earlier, he bought a lot of the fouls he had against him. He knew when somebody was going to tackle him. He went down, got a free kick, broke up the play, and he's brilliant. He's brilliant at doing that, and he's got a good pass on him as well, hasn't he? So, yeah, I thought excellent signing, and I think yes, he will be the missing piece, as you saw, to get us over the line.
Vicky, what about you? I mean, what Ken's just said, he was great at drawing a foul. You could see that he is a little bit of a not a little bit, a level above most of our team, really.
Yeah, that experience, isn't it? I said on Sunday night that I was really excited, like the most excited for a player to come in for ages, for a player that I didn't really know a lot about. I just felt like he had this vibe about him and he was going to be great. And I think it was Claudia who said at the beginning that about sort of similarities to when George Boateng made his debut, and that sort of hard playing but skillful midfielder that can get about like by fouls. I just felt he gave our team like we just had a better shape, didn't we? Like everybody was just more on their game because they were just doing their job. He just sort of seemed to bring that general composure. So yeah, I think and you can just tell that he's got that experience and ability. And yeah, I really feel like it's going to be the missing piece in the jigsaw, and it's it's good optimism for the rest of the season. But yeah, great acquisition, I think, and it's all positive. Just how much ground he covered as well. Like 1 minute he was in the corner flag, and then the next minute he was like over to the side doing something else. You're just thinking the amount of ground he covered, just getting around as well. Just that's incredible as well.
Yeah, and he's not fully fit yet either. So match fit, obviously, because he's had a few weeks off with the AFCON as well. So coming back from that late and having his wife's had a baby, so congratulations. But Jack, I mean, if we've got a player, like that that's joined us, how good must Brentford's midfield be? Because to have a player like Onyeka come to the Sky Blues in the Championship, you think that sort of player would have gone to Wolves, Notts Forest, somewhere like that. But he's come to us. I mean, what did you make to him, and what do you think about that? Because that must be the next a level even higher than he is.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a coup, this signing. I mean, with the potential exception of Calvin Phillips, whatever you think of him, it's one of the signings of the January transfer window for me, of all the clubs. To get someone with the pedigree he's got, the Premier League experience, the Bundesliga experience, the international experience. There is not a midfielder better at our club than Frank Onyeka, with his experience, with his pedigree, with everything he will bring to this team. This is the lift that we needed, exactly like when we got in Matty Grimes last year, exactly like when we brought back Michael Doyle to captain our team and lead us to that League Two season. That season had its ups and downs, but without a captain like Michael Doyle, we were never going to get promoted. And I know Frank's not a captain, but he will be another leader on the pitch. Yet another one that we need. And the bit for me that I actually liked the most was the fact he was giving away tactical fouls. There were times where Boro were turning on the break and running at us with some pace, and he'd just purposefully give away the foul. He didn't try and jockey and didn't try and run with the ball and block anything. He just went, I'm just going to take the bloke down and we'll go and reset. And that is exactly what we need sometimes, because with take the kitchen mistake at QPR. Sorry to pick on this one, but if he just turned around and pulled the bloke down, they would not have scored a goal, and we might still have been walking out there with 3 points. It's just simple tactical fouls to break up the play, reset your defensive line, get your players back, have a breather, and go again. It's the simple things like that that will make or break this team, and it's already shown against the best opposition we can possibly face. Yes, it was at home, but it was one of the biggest tests of our season, and we made it look like a walk in the park, and that is mostly thanks to the inclusion of him in our midfield.
I mean, you got to agree with that, ain't you, Claudio? I mean, that sums it up just spot on. The three of them, Ken, Vicky, and Jack there about Frank.
Oh, definitely. It shows you what levels Brentford are that he can't get in their team. It just shows you what you need when you get to the Premier League and what sort of squad you need to compete at Brentford's level, which is now above halfway pretty much, isn't it? Yeah, the tactical fouls, the energy, everything the guys have spoke about correct. A player comes in, looks like he's playing with this all season, a bit like Grimes did. Looks a good player looks comfortable in any team. They can deal with it, and he brought that energy and that hunger. And I think that's the reason why the team stepped on that pitch and probably thought we've got a chance here. We've got a really good bloke in midfield, and the tactical fouls were brilliant, absolutely brilliant. There was that one in by the corner flag where I said it on Monday night, where if it had been Josh Eccles, Josh probably wouldn't have won the foul. He may give away a corner. He may have lost the ball because he wouldn't have been as strong. Somehow, Frank gets a foul. And you're thinking, how's he got a foul from that? He just fell over. And, it's a way of doing it. And I was watching Wolves and Arsenal last night. You saw it. Wolves do it when they went 2-2. All of a sudden, they were getting fouls for thinking, how's he got a foul there? But it's clever. It's great when you do it. Our team does it. It's brilliant. But that's what we need. We just need that bit of know-how. And sometimes I think we've been too nice in games where we've not done that. And, we get upset when we see opposition players going down and feigning injury or falling over, and we get upset. But it's all part and part. Unfortunately, it's part and parcel of the game. You just got to do it to win matches. And I thought it was brilliant. Solid, so solid.
We've never been like that, though, as a team. We, as a club, we've never ever been like that. And I always say, I know it can be a bit repetitive and boring, and we come away and we say, how on earth can you watch that week in, week out? But if it gets you a result, then you've got to start being that way, haven't you? But I want to ask you, Vicky, if Onyeka's the sort of player that is coming down from the Premier League, we're going to need 6 or 7 of Onyeka's if we go up, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, we know, don't we, the levels that we're going to have to try and attain to have any chance of surviving in the Premier League, and they're the sort of players, aren't they? But yeah, at least we've got one, I suppose.
Yeah, we got one. We got one option to buy him, and at the end of the day, we know exactly what we've got to go and try and find. But I
also hope the Premier League goalkeeper as well, because if we can keep Rushworth, he's definitely levels, isn't he? There are players in the squad that can go to that level, but we definitely will need a good few. But every team that goes up, I mean, the gap between the Championship and the Premiership is massive, isn't it? And so we know that if we go up, there's going to have to be a busy summer to get ready for that. But we've got to get there first, haven't we? And I think Onyeka's the man to help us get that job done. So it's great.
And I think if we go up, it's the home form like Sunderland have had. I think they've lost once all season at home, which was Liverpool last week. I think if we go up, that's the sort of thing we've got to do. We've got to bring this season where we only lost once at home, and we're top of the table in home performances. That's what we've got to take into it, and we've got to try and strengthen and bring someone else like Onyeka, but a bigger Onyeka, bigger name, to drive us forward. But we're not there yet, are we, Ken? We're not there yet, but we know what we've got to do, don't we, Ken?
Long way to go. A lot of results are going to change. There's a lot of ifs and buts going to happen. I mean, but if you're top, you've got a chance, haven't you? February, we all said at Christmas, if we're still top, we've got in with a shout. Now it's like February going into March nearly, and we're top again. So we've got to have a great chance, and it's in our own hands at the end of the day.
It is. Right, before we crack on then to West Brom, and also M. King has asked a question which we will touch on before we go as well. Let's just get a few more comments in then, Claudio.
Yeah, 09 Sky Blue says, took me 4 or 5 weeks to be fully flu-free. Sakamoto looked like he was finally shifted any lingering illness. We all handle flu differently. Worldwide travel podcast says, hello from Brazil, or you should say Brazil, that's how they say it. Spending a week on the beach in 30 plus degrees.
Nice.
I think it's good. I think his partner's from Brazil, isn't she? I'm sure that's I might have got that wrong, but I think his partner's from Brazil.
Paul Stratton, Front the Tank, best debut in years. Final piece of promotion jigsaw. What a debut! What a signing! On a serious note, it's fantastic to see you getting on the box. More DJ gigs, etc. The whole team here deserve all the praise. Keep up the great work. Thank you, GLB Boxing.
Thank you.
Not Sean 45. So I don't know who he is.
Well, he's not
Onyeka's
Sean.
He's not Sean. Onyeka's all-round game was class, even drawing fouls at the right time. The freedom he gave Rudy and Grimes is just a level above. And what we don't want to see what Norwich did, but it's good to do that in the right time when you're winning a game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not like from minute 1 when it's 0-0. Brentford is the model Doug wants to follow. He says there's no reason we can't emulate Brentford if we go up. And no offence to Brentford, but we're a bigger club. Well, we are. We're massive compared to Brentford.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
QPR have like 9 injuries and lost 2. Blackburn, the swimming pool they created to beat us, has done more damage to them. That's true, actually. Ken's name should be Action Man, says Cheryl.
Action Man.
With grippy hands. Wow, Cobb, I've just given Kitchen, MVE and De Silva new contracts. Thoughts?
Yes.
Go on then, Ken. Thoughts?
It's got to be good, isn't it? I think there's obviously talks going on behind the scenes with the players that are running down the contracts, and it's nice to secure the players and gives you. But obviously, we don't know what division we're going to be in either, so it's a bit of a gamble. But yeah, it's good. It's got to be good news.
Yeah. What about you, Vicky?
No, it's good. It's good. I think keeping on top of contracts is important, isn't it? We've seen in the past when we were run by poor previous owners that they just let contracts run out and players walk away for nothing. And there are 3 players that could all command reasonable fees, and we get our money back. And I think at the very least, MVE could step up as well. I think as a squad player in the Premier League, I think. So yeah, I think it's positive. It just shows things like that. I just think show how much better we're run now as a club. Just keeping things like that ticking over and not just letting contracts wind down and players just walk away for nothing at the end. So yeah, for me that's positive.
Jack, do you agree with that? That it could be value onto the players?
Yeah, that's absolutely the main thing, isn't it? If we go up, 2 out of them 3 might not play at all. There might be squad players. I think Milan's the only one genuinely capable of making a statement for being a first team regular in the Premier League, with no disrespect to either of the other 2. But it just makes them a valuable asset. It means when we come back down, if we come back down the following year, they're still on the books and they've got bags of championship experience that they're good enough at this level. Or if we do manage to stay in the Premier League for whatever reason, and we're looking to build up our squad even more, we have sellable assets in players like De Silva and Kitchen who will bring in a fee to us, and they won't just be 500k off back to Barnsley or whatever. They will help us. It's a good thing. No matter what you think, whether you think they're good enough or not, this is a good thing and will help with our cash flow in the future.
Yeah, I agree with all of that, don't you, Claudio? It's a good thing.
Oh, me and Jack were at that meeting with Doug King where people asked him about these players whose contracts were running out, and he told us not to worry, didn't he, Jack? If you remember, he says, "Don't worry about." He sort of went, "Don't worry about the contracts." And we kind of went, it sounds to me like they're trying to negotiate new contracts.
Yeah. Well, if he does it now, it's cheaper than if he was to do it when we get promoted. Because
exactly.
I know there'll be clauses where your contract will go up to whatever if we get promoted. But if you're having that negotiation in 6 months when we're already in the Premier League, the fee will be higher than what we've negotiated now. So the sooner he does the business, the better, basically.
And also, it proves something that the amount of fans we see every transfer window, Milan's going, Kitchen's going, Silva's going, everyone's being sold. We're not selling. When's the last player we've actually sold that's Ben really Chief. Been worth keeping? Ben Chief. Why? Because he didn't have a role in the team. That's why he went. First game of the season said it all for me when he brought Torp in instead of Ben, and Ben gave the press conference as the club captain. To me, that was it. Days are numbered, and they knew they'd get some money for him. But there's not many have gone out the door since Doug's come in that you actually thought, oh, that's a shame. So this is brilliant. It's brilliant, Miles.
Very good. Yeah, I'm pleased with it.
All 3 three of those players, defenders, are we doing it like segment by segment? Next week, we're going to do three midfielders. Grimes is going to have an extension. Eccles and Torp are all going to have extensions next week. And then it's going to be Haji, Sakamoto, and Efron the week after. Wouldn't that be a good few weeks?
The irony is, it's three defenders out of the defence I said are no good. We've got.
What do you know? Hey, what do you know? We'll never get promoted with this lot of defenders, will we, Claudio?
No, but I said they need a leader, is what I said. They need somebody to organise them, and that's Grimes coming in now, and Yeka will be the ones to do it. Because on their own, they needed help. We could all see that. Used to be exposed all the time.
Right, let's talk about West Brom then. Jack, you've got some figures for us there, I think, haven't you, about West Brom?
Yeah, not a lot today. We've got an awful record at West Brom. I'm sure Claudio will know in his 100 years of history following us that we don't tend to win at the Hawthorns. The last time we won there was 2007. Which was a 4-2 victory. I think we've played there 5 times since. My dad, I know every time we talk about going to the Hawthorns, every single time I mention we're going to West Brom, he'll go, I've never seen us win there. We've lost 7-1, we've lost 5-4, we've lost 4-0, we've lost 5-1, we lost 1-0. The best result I've ever seen there is 0-0, and Ben Wilson saved a penalty in the 93rd minute, which is true. I've been there 3 or 4 times, and that's the best game we've had. It's not a great record. 20 wins, 17 draws, 36 losses against West Brom in our history. So wins plus draws is only just better than losses, and that's because we've won our last 2 games against them. They're quite low in the table. Look, this is exactly the sort of game, following the momentum of Middlesbrough, we have to be jumping on. If someone says to me, you can get 3 points between now and Bramall Lane, we have to win at West Brom. It's as simple as that. That is more crucial for our promotion, winning at West Brom, than it is winning at Bramall Lane. 2 draws is not good enough, in my opinion. And just looking at the home and away tables, obviously we're away. We're ranked 6th away from home now, which is a bit of a fall. But we are only 5 points behind Middlesbrough with a game in hand, in theory, on the away table. But West Brom at home have played 15, won 6, drawn 5, lost 4. So they're not exactly a fantastic team at home. They've got a very slightly positive record, but negative goal difference. So that instills some sort of hope for me that they've conceded 19 goals at home in 16 games. So I back us to score in every game we play. Even when we lose, we score. So I think we're going to at least score 1, and I think they're there for the taking. They're on the second manager this year, and there's a West Brom fan in our comments saying that he needs to be sacked as well. So if there's ever a time to win at the Hawthorns, it's now, and it will get us to where we want to be in the promised land.
Ken, I mean, I'm just hoping they haven't got a player that hasn't scored for about 5 years and ends up scoring against us to win it 1-0. But yeah, I mean, this is after Monday night's game. You must feel really positive going into this one.
Yeah, I'm going there positive. I'm quite a positive person anyway. I always tend to think we will get points or wins, but after the performance on Monday, I think there's no reason why we can't go there and get 3 points with the team we've got now at the moment, and the confidence that the players will have from Monday night's victory. I think regardless of the history of West Bromwich Albion and the games we've played before, that goes out the window. It's down to on Saturday, who the best team, and I think we are miles and miles better than they are. So I just think we can go there and win convincingly. I really do.
Just an update on the curling, guys. Great Britain 8, Switzerland 5. So they've won the semi-finals. It's just come up on the comments. I thought I'd better say it because otherwise people will say, why aren't you giving it a score? But Vicky, I mean, this weekend for me, this has to be as important game as Monday night for me. This is.
Yeah, definitely. And actually, I felt confident we'd win on Monday. I felt that a game against Middlesbrough suited us because they would come to play football. The game against West Brom is going to be tougher because they're going to be fighting in a different way, aren't they? It's going to be they're not in good form and they're at the wrong end of the table, and so it's going to be a different challenge, and we're going to rise to that. And I think it's I think like Jack said, it's a crucial game, isn't it? We need those 3 points to make that statement that we need to make that statement that our bad run of form is over and that we're now ready to kick on and secure that promotion that we looked like we had in the bag when we were all those points clear. And so yeah, I think it's important. It's interesting though. I just was thinking that about the West Brom game and about how they're doing at the moment. I'm just thinking back a few years to when we went to the Civil Regis Trophy and we lost, and I remember being at that game and thinking West Brom looked so many levels above us, we just struggled to even compete that day. Yeah, we just struggled, and to think that isn't even that long ago how the fortunes of the two clubs have turned around. To show where we've come from, because on that day we just looked so many levels below them, and now we're going there thinking, well, we're the better team and we should be winning this game. We've just we've just flipped it entirely, haven't we? And that's a great feeling. But yeah, so we just need the 3 points to celebrate that.
Yeah, that was meant to be a trophy that was meant to be played for every year.
Yeah.
And because they won it, they've kept it. That's not fair now.
Yeah.
I know. We want
that. Dennis Lawrence is at West Brom as well now, isn't he?
Oh yes.
Oh, he is.
Yes, he is. He is. Yeah. Yeah. So you never know. So gotta let these get up. Claudio, would a draw be a bad result?
Only if we beat Sheffield. We've got to beat Sheffield. We've got to get 4 points, 3 points. Like Jack said, don't want 2 draws out of these next 2 games. We need to win one of them. We've got to get a win out of one of these 2 games to keep the point tally, because we're playing first as well. And to get a win playing first has got to put pressure on Middlesbrough and Ipswich. Ipswich are going to Wrexham. That's not. We get a win. You can see Wrexham beating Ipswich because Ipswich aren't great.
They lost there last week.
Yeah, but they're not great away from home this season, and Oxford will park the bus at Middlesbrough. So, we need to win this one. Turn the form book on its head, basically, when it comes to history. We need to get something from this game, and surely this season is as good as any. It's interesting because you say we got AD at Middlesbrough, Dennis Lawrence on Saturday. We've got Hamer and O'Hare, Sheffield United. Then we've got Mark Robbins.
Yeah. The thing is, though, when you look at it, you look at this game. If we get the 3 points this weekend, Middlesbrough slip up, and Ipswich slip up, Millwall slip up, we could be 11 points clear of Ipswich in 4th. And then we could be 9 points clear of Millwall in 3rd. So that gap starts opening up again. And when I listened to the Darren Huckabee interview with you this morning, Claudio, which again, blooming brilliant. If you haven't heard it, go over to Spotify now, Sky Blue History Podcast, or you can watch it on our channel. He said that, it's all about that gap to 3rd. It's about getting that gap to 3rd. And then you think about if you're going to win it or you're going to finish 2nd. And this is the running now, didn't he? He said this is because he's been there with Man City and Leeds, wasn't it? I think. So Norwich, sorry. Man City and Norwich. And he said, this is it now. This is your season. This next 14 games is your season. So if we can pick up these points, and as you say, those other teams slip up around us. I don't know who's Millwall got. I haven't checked. If someone can just quickly check that for me, that'd be great.
To
Portsmouth. You see, Portsmouth got a good result the other night, didn't they? At the weekend. So, that could be a tricky game for Millwall, even though they're in good form. So, anything can happen. I think we've got to go and win this one and then draw at Sheffield United. I'll take a win in this one and draw at Sheffield United because West Brom aren't in a good place at the moment, are they? So,
And Middlesbrough got Leicester as well the next game.
Yeah.
Leicester's still a good side, regardless of their position, and they will beat teams when they need to.
Yeah. Yeah, this is it.
That's the thing this time of season, isn't it? This time of season, you've got teams that are fighting to stay in the league, and so it changes the dynamic. You look and think, well, that team's down the bottom, but like we saw with Oxford, these teams are desperate for points, aren't they? So no game's going to be easy now between now and the end of the season for anybody, and it makes it an interesting dynamic, really.
I think Mark PUSB says everyone's forgotten about Ipswich have 2 games in hand. Yeah, but it's like I say, if you can go 11 points clear of them and they've got 2 games in hand and they win them, it's only 6 points, isn't it? So you're still 5 points clear of them. So, this is where these 2 away games are vital. I think these are key.
And just to confirm, Ipswich's 2 games in hand, one of them is against Hull. Yeah. So whoever
and Portsmouth,
one of them's losing that game, or they're drawing, and they're both dropping points. And then they've got to go to Portman Road, which is not an easy place to go to, especially in midweek under the lights. Portsmouth are not going to make that easy. That is 2 very, 2 games where it's very likely that they're going to drop points in.
This is it. This is why I say these next 2 games are crucial. And I agree, 4 points. 4 points. We don't want 2. I'd rather have 3. I'd rather have 3 than 2. But 4 points, I think, is a minimum we've got to go for this. Let's get some score.
I was going to say, here's something quickly for you. So in the top 5, we've only got to play Hull, and that is away from home. Boro have got Millwall at home and Ipswich away. Millwall have got to play Hull away, Ipswich away, and Boro away. Ipswich have got Hull at home, Middlesbrough at home, and Boro at home. And then Hull have got Ipswich away, Millwall at home, and us. So they all play 2 or 3 games against each other. We've only got Hull away. And I think, realistically, Hull are the weakest team out of that group, personally. So it's in our hands. It's more so in our hands because they're going to be all playing each other. They're going to be dropping points at some stage. Even if Middlesbrough win all of those games, it means that Millwall and Ipswich and Hull are all dropping points because they all play each other, which will just help widen the gap between us and third.
And we've still got Derby at home, Wrexham at home, Sheffield Wednesday at home, haven't we?
Stoke. Sheffield Wednesday.
We need to
but
we need to turn up at Swansea, at Sheffield, at West Brom, and at Hull. We need to turn up this season, basically, and not do what we did last season.
Yeah. Well,
hang on. We beat Swansea last year away.
Yeah.
We beat Sheffield Wednesday away. I know we capitulated.
Not Sheffield United though.
No, but they're a much better side than we were last year.
Absolutely awful at Sheffield. We weren't much cop at Hull, and we'd end up drawing because that stupid goal at the end. We've got to get some points. Serious points. I was there for both of them.
You on your date.
We went to Derby.
And you on your date night with Ken.
Yeah, nice chicken though.
It was a fantastic evening. Apart from the result.
Yeah. Right, let's get some scores in then, please. I've
already put mine in the spreadsheet, so come to me last.
All right.
Okay. Right. Okay. Let's go with the lovely Vicky first.
Well, you know me, I predicted a win every game, and that's why I'm not mid-table. I think we can win it, and I'm going to go 3-1.
Okay. Ken.
2-0. 2-0 win.
Yeah.
I'm going. I tell you what, I feel confident. I'm going for a big 3-0. And BTA coming off the bench and scoring one, and doing that to the Baggies fans.
Miles, are you sticking to your guts?
Well, what did I do Monday night? I predicted us to lose, didn't I? Again, I went back to what we went on that running streak, didn't I? I'm going to have to stick with that, I think, because we went on that winning streak when I was sticking to us being defeated. I don't care if I finish the bottom of our group, guys. I really don't.
You definitely
So
are.
I'm gonna,
If we get promoted, it'd be worth it.
yeah, exactly. I've got to stick with. I did it, didn't I? For what, 11 games, and it worked.
Yeah.
So
You
let's
did
stick
for
with
8
it then.
games.
8 games. Sorry, let's stick with it then. We're going to lose 3-2.
Oh, okay. Hey,
There you
to
go.
be honest, it still could happen.
I've got to now because I started it on Monday again. I said we'll lose 3-2. That's what happened earlier on in the season. I've got to go with it. I'm afraid. I've got to.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry guys.
I've also gone for a 2-0 win, so I've gone the same as Ken. I think we'll get a clean sheet with LADITT in the team. I think it's working. I don't think West Brom are all that, and I think we'll come away with a clean sheet and a nice, easy win. So this is where the standings are at the moment. So it's getting close between me and Ken. We've opened up a nice little gap to Claudio and Vicky, who are the Ipswich and Hull to my Coventry Boro that me and Ken are at the moment.
Yeah, I'm hot on your tail.
And then Miles is Sheffield Wednesday. He's had a 21-point deduction from all of his losses.
Yeah, but listen. Yeah, but was it worth it to get that winning streak? It was worth it, wasn't it? So, that's what I'm doing. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to...
How am I no Claudio when I've got more points?
Oh, I haven't filtered it. Oh, sorry, Vicky. I haven't. Okay, you're above Claudio.
Claudio's pinching the space. Get him back down where he belongs.
Right then, Jack, you got some other graphs before we go. Get them other graphs up that you've sorted out for us again.
All I've got is this, how it's looking with the home and away results so far compared this season. Well, I've got this season to last season. If we'll have a compare of that. So obviously last season against second and third in Sheffield and Leeds, we couldn't get a win together. But we've done the double over both Boro and Boro and Millwall. Sorry, obviously we did the double over Boro last season, and we drew at Millwall at home, but we beat them away. But it's these bottom few teams that I like looking at from sort of Oxford United down from last season. We were picking up wins at home and losses away. But this season, we've got wins at home and wins and draws away. So it just shows that we are a much, much better side than last year. I know we're top of the league and it's obvious, but we'll pick up more wins at both home and away. And I can see us obliterating our home record from last year. And in fact, we're only, I think it's 3 or 4 points behind our away record from last year. So if we beat the Baggies, and we draw to Sheffield United, I'm just checking this as we speak, that will take us to 27 points away from home. Last year, we only had 24 points away from home. So actually, a draw against the Baggies would put us equal to last season already away from home.
Brilliant.
So there you go.
Brilliant. Love it. Absolutely love it. Superb. Well done, Jack. Well done, mate. Brilliant stuff. Right then, a couple more comments in before we go, and then a quick housekeeping, and then we will call it a night.
Susan Barney says we need to start winning, as a draw will drag us into the playoff group. We need to back up our results on Monday. Sean McLaughlin says, deciding results now, we have to do better than the chasing pack. Understand, Jack, agree, says from Mark. However, we need to start winning games regularly and improve our form. And we've got some predictions. Ice Chip says, when you look beyond the top 6 teams down to 15th position, the Sheffield United, they're all fighting for 6th place, and they'll be playing teams in and around them equals carnage. And that's how the results get spread out, beating. Basically, Sal Fetka says, beating Boro should give us the confidence to start winning games consistently. And then Ian Plymouth says, flaming ad when Jack gets his spreadsheet up.
You can skip them. Yeah. Yeah,
We-
you know, YouTube.
Just rewind, watch it back.
Yeah. Okay, so a few bit of housekeeping then. If you haven't already heard it, head over to Spotify. You can listen to Darren Huckabee on the 60th episode of the Sky Blue History Podcast with Jim Brown and our very own Claudio Cardellino. It will be on the YouTube tomorrow from 8 o'clock a.m., but it has been on there for 2 days. And if you subscribe for $1.99 or $4.99 to the channel, you can get 48 hours early access to that and a load of little emojis to put on your comments as well. It is brilliant. You do not want to miss this one. It is superb. Please head over and watch it. Darren's great, absolutely superb. And some of the stories is brilliant, especially what he said about Gordon Strachan and Gary McAllister and all that. Just, I loved it. Absolutely, just listen back to that was just superb. And I love that kit. I've still got that in the loft. I love that kit. So that's there. And if you haven't already know, we have got him joining us the next international break. So Thursday, the 26th of March, Darren Huckabee will be here on our channel. And it's your night, the fans. So you guys that comment week in, week out, if you can stick to one question each, that would be great. That would really help out. And we will read your questions out and we'll get Darren to answer them for you. So this show for Darren Huckabee Night it's your show. Fans, this is your show and it's question time. So you can ask Darren all the questions you want to ask him. If you can stick to one each, then it makes it easier for us to pick out the questions to ask Darren on the night. So that would be absolutely superb. Then we've got the charity raffle. Vicky and Ken, is it the tickets up for grabs down at the Walsgrave?
Yeah, the shirt's behind the bar, Vic, isn't it? And you can go to the website. Have you heard any more about got a date?
Yeah, so it's the 6th to the 9th. So the 9th is the last day that you can sign up for the raffle, and they're running. So that's a Friday to a Monday. They're running to the CBS, and then they're going to go and do the draw for the signed shirt at the Walsgrave that evening. I understand.
Yeah.
When in the next week or so, I'll just get finalised details, and we can push that out again. But yeah, you can either go down the Walsgrave if that's local to you, or onto their website and buy raffle tickets for the signed shirt.
Is that the weekend of the Stoke game, is it?
I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe it is.
No, it's the game after. Is it?
The game after?
No, it's a Bristol one. We're away. That was it.
It's
a Bristol. So we might not even be playing, mightn't we? Because it's that might get moved, mightn't it?
Yeah.
FA Cup, yeah. Okay, brilliant stuff. So if you want to get your tickets, head down to the Walsgrave. Just to let you know as well, Mr. Cliche had a competition going on this channel. I've still got the tenner. Hi, Miles and this was posted behind the bar at the Shepherd. He dropped it in. Hi, Miles and Claudio. I was incorrect and said Jack had won the Cliche League. Jack had the most cards, but of course the winners were the ones with the fewest cards. And that was jointly with Miles and Claudio. It was all intended as a bit of fun, but I promised £10 to do with whatever you wanted to do with it. Best wishes, keep up the good work, Cliche Man. And here are your cliches. So there you go. There are your cliches there. Yeah, the girl behind the bar says, Miles, someone's been in for you. They've dropped a little letter for you. I thought, oh, that's nice. Yeah, so there you go. So we can do with that tenner we'll have a beer each, Claudio? Not forgetting as well, Swansea has been moved on the 21st of March to 5:15 p.m. and the guys have signed new contracts today. 3 new contracts, Kitchen, De Silva and Milan, which is fantastic. Not forgetting, if you ain't doing anything Tuesday night, if you're bored, come down to the Black Swan, Henley and Arden. Quiz night's going to be every Tuesday night from next Tuesday. £50 voucher to be won, bottle of wine, bag of port scratchings for the losers, and play your cards right starts this time as well. £2 to enter per person, per team. The teams is maximum 6 players. And player cards right is what we take on the night. And then if you're not doing anything, if you're not going to the Sheffield United game next Wednesday and you want to watch it, come down to the Duke, Warwick Street, Leamington. I'll be down there doing a quiz. You can play the quiz, play your cards right, £205 the jackpot starts from, and you can watch the game on the big screen with me while we're doing the quiz. It'd be quite good fun because I might do a running commentary as well at the same time. So that'll be exciting. And then the following Saturday is closing down, the Old Shepherd closing down for a massive refurb, spending something like £500,000 on the place. It's being ripped out, being refurbished, the whole lot. And that is next Saturday, 7:30 till late. It's going to be brilliant. But don't worry, we will be back. And I will be there 2 nights a month, all booked in, all the way up till 2027, which is fantastic.
Are these the adverts they keep going on about on YouTube? Or these different adverts?
But there you go. That's the end of the show then. Have we got one more comment to get in that's just popped out and says, right, this has got to put this one out there or not?
Tune in 10 till 12 o'clock Saturday morning, Claudio brunch show on Dynamic Radio.
Nick Kelly says, really good show tonight. Thanks, PUSB. There you go. I'm having that one. That I do. Listen, guys, you all enjoyed yourselves?
Yeah, sing when you're winning.
What's that, Claudio? That one there?
That's French. Bonne nuit. Bonne nuit à tous.
No clue.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
That means we are top of the league. Play on Sky Blues.
We are top of the league. We are top of the league. We are top of the league.